All right, let's cut through all the hype and talk about something that's really changing the game right now: AI agents. And no, this isn't some sci fi fantasy. We're talking about practical tools that are already reshaping how freelancers and businesses get things done. This isn't about what's coming in 5 years, it's about what you can do today.
I mean, seriously, think about that for a minute. An employee who works around the clock, never gets tired, handles super complex tasks, and doesn't ask for a dime. It sounds impossible, right? Well, that's the incredible promise that we're going to unpack right now.
The answer to that wild question is right here. This is the AI agent. And let's be clear, this is not just another chatbot or some simple little script. We are talking about a whole new level of technology, a true digital partner.
So, what is an AI agent really? What makes it so different from the AI tools you might already be using? Well, the biggest difference is that we're taking a massive leap from just, responding to your questions to actually doing entire jobs for you.
Let's really dig into this definition because the key words here are everything. You've got independent thought, decision making, and action. See, that's the huge shift. We're not just giving AI a command anymore, we're giving it a goal and the freedom to figure out how to get there on its own. First off, they're autonomous. And what that really means is you don't have to babysit them. You just set the goal, lay out the rules, and the agent just goes. It manages the whole task by itself.
Second, they've got what's called intelligent processing, so they can look at different pieces of information, actually understand the context, and make smart choices in the moment. This is what makes them so much better than a rigid script that just, breaks the second something unexpected happens.
Third, and this part is absolutely critical, is tool and API integration. An AI agent can plug into your email, your customer database, your calendar, pretty much any digital tool you can think of. This allows it to pull info and take action across all of your software. And finally, when you put all of that together, what do you get? You get end-to-end workflows. So just imagine an agent that gets a customer email, understands the problem, finds their info in your system, solves the issue, and updates the record, all without a single human click. That's the kind of power we're dealing with.
Okay, so this is all really cool, but how does it actually help you, especially if you're a freelancer? Well, this isn't just about getting a new tool. It's about completely changing the services you can offer. It's about going from someone who just does tasks to someone who provides strategic solutions.
Just think about all the boring stuff you have to do every day. You could have an AI agent handling all your client update emails, automatically creating weekly reports, or just making sure you never miss a deadline. But honestly, the real game changer is that last one, building these custom automation systems for your clients. And this right here, this is the heart of it. You stop selling your time, hours of coding or design, and you start selling results. Imagine going to a client and saying, I can build you a system that'll save your team 20 hours a week. That is a totally different conversation. Now, let's zoom out a little. What does this look like for a whole business? We're talking about building an operation that's just smarter, faster, and way more efficient from the very beginning. At the end of the day, it all comes down to the bottom line. When businesses automate all those repetitive, soul-crushing tasks, they slash costs and cut down on human error. They can get back to customers way faster, and maybe most importantly, they free up their actual human employees to do the creative, strategic work that grows the company. So after hearing all that, you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but how in the world does it actually work? It must be crazy complicated. Well, believe it or not, the process for building a basic AI agent is actually pretty straightforward. Let's walk through the blueprint. It all starts with a simple question. What problem are you trying to solve? Once you know that, you pick the agent's brain, which is usually a large language model. Then you connect all the tools it needs to use, you map out the step-by-step workflow, and finally, you test the heck out of it before you set it loose. See? It's an engineering process, not some kind of magic. Look, you can't just have a brain floating in a jar, right? It needs a nervous system to connect it to the real world so it can actually do things. That's exactly what platforms like NNN are. They act as that nervous system, connecting the AI brain to all your other apps and services, letting it reach out and get stuff done. And now for the big question, the one everyone's thinking. What's this skill actually worth? Let's talk about the money, because the earning potential is directly tied to how complex the problems you can solve are. Now, this isn't some get-rich-quick promise. It's a real skill that you build over time. When you're a beginner, maybe you build a few simple agents for smaller tasks. But as you get better and you learn how to build these huge, complex workflows that transform a business, well, your ability to charge for that value goes way, way up. But okay, let's take a deep breath and have a quick reality check. The potential is massive, but it's not going to happen overnight. There is a learning curve here, for sure. You're going to have to practice. The people who really succeed are the ones who focus on using this tech to solve actual, tangible business problems.
So here's the bottom line. AI agents are not science fiction anymore. They are here right now, and they are creating some unbelievable opportunities. The tools are out there, businesses are hungry for these solutions, and the path is getting clearer every single day. So the only question left to ask is, what role are you going to play?